When I was growing up, I lived with my parents and grandparents and a horde of aunts and cousins on the third floor of a tenement just above the carousel at the Coney Island amusement park. There was no room for a crib, so they put me to bed in the top drawer of a dresser propped up with 2 dowels. The slightest movement and I would rock and roll. To this day, I am prone to seasickness. Just a short way down Surf Avenue from my house was the straitjacket, where Houdini taught me how to breathe underwater and escape the chains. I tried to visit every day on my way to school. After school, I took a different route home through the down-and-out tube, which landed you right into the soup bowl. The soup bowl was warm and comforting, just what I needed before heading home. The best time was during the summer. The cyclone rattled on its wooden track, and me and Grandpa would ride side by side, first car, screaming, arms stretched above our heads. You ascend for what seems an eternity. The slats clank loudly. They syncopate your heartbeat. They hold your breath. Your head lurches back and your hands swing high in surrender above your head, and then, cresting the top, you see the future, the vast, unknowable sea before you. You gasp, you grip your chest, and then you fall.
Walker, stop with the dreaming. Sit up straight. What's wrong with you?
I want to be an accountant like you, Dad.
You will, son. You're so smart.
Have you heard the joke about the interesting accountant? No? Us either. When I can't fall asleep, I turn around to your father and say, "Darling, tell me about your work."
How do accountants make a bold fashion statement? They wear their dark gray socks instead of their light gray ones.
You are such a dummy.
Listen to this one. It's Passover and a Jewish guy is eating his lunch in the park. A blind man sits down next to him, so the Jewish guy offers him some of his lunch, a piece of matzah. The blind man takes it, fingers it a moment, and says, "Who writes this crap?"
I bought my blind friend a cheese grater for his birthday. A week later, he told me it was the most violent book he ever read.
A blind man walks into a bar, and then a table, and then a chair.
You are such a dummy. Dad, here's a good one. Why don't Jewish mothers drink? Alcohol interferes with their suffering.
What did the waiter ask the table of Jewish mothers? Is anything all right?
If a married Jewish man is walking alone in a park and expresses an opinion, but there's no one around to hear him, is he still wrong?
You are such a dummy. You are such a dummy.
So why don't you tell us something about yourself?
What do you want to know?
How do you spend your time, for instance?
I'm a collector.
Of what?
All kinds of things.
Such as?
Stones, crystals, coffee grounds, tea leaves, rabbit's feet.
And what do you do with these things?
They're my friends. They tell me stuff.
They talk to you?
Yeah, toy boats too.
You hear them?
Yeah, and seagulls, waves, dolphins, even moonbeams.
I had this dream. I'm swallowed up by a monster vacuum, but it's super wet, like a tsunami sucking me up. I disappear inside, and then it spits me up on a beach, but it's not really me. I'm a piece of driftwood, and I'm moaning in some language I don't understand. But I listen very closely, and I get the message. It's a special message. And next thing I know, I'm on the shoulder of a highway, and Grandpa's lying there, and he really needs help. These men in white coats are standing around smoking cigarettes, and I'm yelling, "Help me! Help my grandpa!" But they pay no attention. It's like I'm not even there. Grandpa is getting smaller and smaller, and so I bend down to be with him on the ground. He's tiny now, and he kisses my finger and dies. When I wake up, the house is dead quiet. I'm shocked. It's never quiet. My brother's always making so much noise, always about himself. Like when he ordered a penguin from the North Pole, and the pet store called us to pick it up. For months, it lived in the bathtub and flooded the house with lapping water and strange noises. Penguin talk. He got us both drunk on gin and Fresca once. I think he was trying to drown me. I wanted so much for him to love me that I did anything he told me to.
What are you hearing now? Waves crashing up
Fugitive drugs of
against
any
your
kind.
skull? Barges floating across
Do you
the
have
waves?
Parkinson's? Migraines?
Seagulls?
Epilepsy?
Is the sea taking you away? Far, far away?
Stop whining.
Speak up!
Stop
Who taught you to
blaming
be like
everyone
this?
else for your
Daddy,
wretched self.
Mommy,
I don't have time to take
whose
care of
secrets
the
are you
litany of things
keeping?
that are wrong with you. What was it
Fooling
yesterday?
only
You were hungry.
yourself.
Poor Walker this, poor Walker
Acting
that,
like a
inconsolable.
dummy will only
Such a
make you a dummy.
A blow to the head, perhaps?
Already? I think I have
What
to
have you
sit down.
got to
Look what you
say
do.
for
You make
yourself?
me sick.
You think you're so special.
I
but
love you. Now go
really,
away.
you are just an echo. There's not an original thought in your head.
Walker, Shayna Madel, you're a person, not a fish. You're a beautiful person. Now stand up. Fill air in your lungs. That's right.
One of these days, and it will not be long, you will look for me and I'll be gone. Face to the wind, far out upon the sea, where the waves and moonshine call to me. Barges, I would like to sail with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. Barges, are there treasures in your hold? Do you fight with pirates brave and bold?
We are built to fall apart, scattered in broken heaps of ourselves, ready to be assembled anew. It's nothing to worry about. Our parts were not in the right place to begin with.